Well, hello there, internet friends. We got some exciting new content here today. We are going to be testing out the 16th Luftwaffe division here on Smolyany. So I am going to be defending the farm on the hilltop. And with my initial wave here, I'm going to bring in some 50s, even though not as good as the Soviet 50s. In case he tries to push through, I've got a little bit of support. I've got my Lw-Jägers, so Pioneer Führer, a Sturm Pioneer, MG-34, and a captured 17-pounder. So we're going to cut them off from rushing through down the main street here, and you can get a really good defensive position with the 17-pounder here. So that's where that's going. Right now, we are currently capping one of their flags, so we're at a 14-12. I'm using just sort of standard income on this, and I'm going to switch it over to my view so you can see what the game looks like from my perspective. So you also get a Firefly, which is a great pick. It's double vetted. And you have the same gun as the 17-pounder. You only get one, though, and he's 110 points, but it's still cheaper than a Tiger, and I think they're a little better. They're just more mobile, they load faster. So my initial front line is just going to be right across here. It doesn't look like he's attempted to push forward yet. You want to bring in the leaders in this deck because everyone is disheartened. So my leader has discipline trait, which is really nice because then you don't have to go to your support tab and pick up a, military police. The 50s, you got to move in super close. Like I can only hit right here. So we've got some artillery going on back here. I'm bringing a Flak-Zwilling 37. I'm putting him a little bit far back just in case he flies over, and we'll eventually move him up. I am bringing up these Bren Eve Panzerjägers. So they have, you can use them as a field gun and as anti-tank because they have 20 rounds of high explosive. And for 15 points to get a field gun with 70 millimeters of penetration and 10 rounds a minute, it's pretty good. But we've got our first enemy appearing on the hilltop here. We take out his reconnaissance first. We get a penetration on the M4A176. Our Firefly just out of view here, moving up one of our squads into the woods here. We've got a recon friendly over here, so the enemies push back just a little bit. I'm moving a Sturm Pioneer and Pioneer teams forward through the woods over here. And over here on the right flank, there was some artillery fire going down on this position, and our reconnaissance team ejected from their vehicle, so they're going to have to walk in. Make sure you keep your stuff moving. You notice all this artillery. Like, make sure you keep your Fireflies and stuff sort of moving around. Definitely helps in keeping them alive, and you'll see me artillery shelling some of the enemy's positions. So we end up getting spotted over here. I don't know if that was with his regular bad optics or if he's got infantry. I'm gonna guess he's got infantry over here. These Pioneer teams have good stealth, and the Sturm Pioneers, they have good stealth as well. And the nice thing about these Sturm Pioneers is they have the MG-34. So our machine gun team in the farm here is taking fire from a M476, two of them. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to make it out alive. So, covering my flanks here with these Bren E's, and I'm going to bring in a 76.2, so that machine gun did go down. But going to bring in one piece of artillery. They have a radio, which makes it really nice. I think from what I noticed, all of the artillery in this deck has radio. I could be wrong, but it looked that way. So I'm bringing in, like I said, 50 mils for close and mortar support, and then a 76.2 Russian capture. Oh, that was just behind our guys. So I brought in every last Bren E in the deck to come up here and support the position. You know, we could always get flanking shots on these tanks. This M4 from the side has got 50 mils of armor, so if I put them all the way around here, you know, for 15 points, we could take down a pretty expensive tank. I think these guys are 85, so... Firefly spotting scouts out here, so that's what spotted us earlier, and he is neutralized. So we're at a 15-11, and team already starting to put the pressure on the enemy here, so getting this ZIS-3 going. I've mentioned it before, I really do like these because you get 40 high explosive shells and 10 smoke shells. You even get 80, and it's 65 points and 10 rounds a minute. It's obviously not going to give you the rate of fire of a mortar, but with radios and stuff, it's just really a good value. And we might even be able to kill this tank with that party gun. So our Pioneer teams have MG-15s. We do have a Cromwell up here firing at us, which is going to make things a little bit difficult. I've maneuvered the Firefly in to a new position here, ambush, get the first shot off, miss the second, and I believe that our ZIS-3 destroyed that that tank. So looks like we're fighting. I think these must be the Desert Rats because they are the battle-weary guys. I don't know if any other teams have that trait. So we're getting suppressed. I don't have a leader over in this area yet. I'll continue to bring in more leader cards as we work throughout the game. And 10 rounds a minute. He's already gone through 10 shells since we last checked on him, so... So I've got recon sort of watching the ridge here. He's still got this flag, but our goal is to take this flag for the team. 16-10 right now. Got some T-34-85s causing trouble. Haven't gotten hit by too much artillery. You can see a little bit here. Our Pioneers definitely took a few casualties. I'm getting another leader up in his Kerbal wagon and trying to keep this 76.2 moving around. You can see these other guys getting counter battery. I think, you know what? He really hasn't gotten shot at yet. I'm guessing, I'm wondering if the AI will select the largest piece of artillery first and target that. So, could be. It's going for the 105. That looks like a 105 or something similar hitting us. Trying to get my Sturm Pioneers out of the way. Obviously he knows we got something here. I'm going to bring in a bunch more of these Luftwaffe Jäger teams. They're only 15 points, and they're fanatical when I have my leaders around them, as long as they're not fully suppressed. So taking a look around the map here, having difficulty with the forest in this area is usually a challenge, but we've got a decent line to hold things back. The city is like... I mean, that looks pretty normal to me. I expect to see a million off maps going on it. Looks like there's plenty of artillery. Looks like we destroyed one of his vehicles, and I'm moving up everybody right now. We've got another recon car down, and I believe that was our 17-pounder, and we might even be able to get this other one. So we get a miss on that one. Now, you can reach this forest here with a machine gun if you're in this building, so makes a nice defensive position for us. I'm redirecting that ZIS-3 to this position. And the ZIS-3, again, they're only 5 more points than 81s. And so if you're in Phase A, I think you only get, what, 25 rounds of 81? And you get 40 of this. I'd pick up the ZIS-3s, and then I actually, on this deck, I've got 8 81s coming in Phase B, but we're not even going to need them. So, and the suppression's, it's doing a good job of suppressing these guys. This M4 getting fired on by our Bren E, and I'm not sure what destroyed him. Got more rifles teams over here firing at our Pioneers. Got other Pioneers here and an M8 Scott. M8 Scott, definitely a great support vehicle, especially for the price. I don't know if they changed it. Yeah, it's still 25 points. So here comes another platoon and a half, so I'll have a whole company ready up here. Looks like we got a 57. We got 60mm mortars dropping on our position. And that M8 Scott just causing us problems just out of view of everybody else, all the armor and stuff. See if we can get our 50s on them. Bren E takes out half-track here. Looks like back here we've got some 105 gun carriers getting counterbatted. So I'm going to bring up this Bren E, see if we can take him down. More 60s coming in on our Lw-Jäger. And the Firefly firing at the Superior up here. And now we've got both machine guns in position to put suppression down. So he's not going to live very long. He had put the smoke down here, so I don't know. I'm not sure what his plan was there, if he was going to try to come across or not. I did bring the Flak Panzer Brennies in as well. So it's nice. This is on the support tab. So you can bring in these, and they will do anti-aircraft. So for 15 points, you get a 20 mil. It doesn't have a lot of ammo. You also have a machine gun, and you can move them up and not really worry about them getting, if they get destroyed. I'll bring this 37 up in a bit here, but we haven't faced a lot of aircraft yet. I also am going to bring in, I think it's the Flak 43 37 mil. On a drilling truck, so there's, I think it's a new drilling truck that they put in. We'll take a look at that. So, got some Americans over here fighting against this Panther. This is dangerous because you can't see down here. And we've capped the flag, so it's a 15-11. We're gonna mortar that. Well, excuse me. We're gonna arty that mortar. I brought in the second one. And our radio range goes all the way out there, so it should hit and destroy them pretty fast. Just off the flag over here, all these guys are suppressed. Moving the MG-34 forward. Pioneer just getting caught out in the open, so he is destroyed. Their Pioneers are, I think, 20 points in this deck. Still having some difficulty in the town here. Looks like they've been taking a lot of rocket fire. So we do destroy the 60 with our artillery fire. That was pretty easy. Moving this Brenny over here to look down. The range on these, I didn't check it out earlier, is 1250. So another Pioneer goes down. And I had moved these guys forward, and he had, I think he had a bazooka squad in here, so I might have taken out one of my vehicles. In Phase B, I do have Tigers, and I have a King Tiger, the hero. But there really wasn't any reason to spend the money on bringing him in. Like, if he took out the Firefly, then yeah, but right now this can deal with anything out there. And eventually we'll move this 17-pounder up, and we can cover that road over there, so. The Cromwell and Scots, though, kind of keeping me off the edge of the hill here. This guy's in a bit of an ambush position if any trucks roll up. And really wish we had the Russian captures because we'd be able to hit this. And anytime I try to get to the edge here, I'm just getting hit by tanks and stuff. He's probably got a spotter back here somewhere. I mean, I would. He was using them earlier. So here's that drilling. I think this was the same one because it's got 2 dual guns set up, so it's pretty cool. So we take out the rifles team, and so they do have a BF-109 G6U3. I have double vetted him and put him in Phase B so that we can try to make it out alive. As you see, like, there was quite a bit of anti-aircraft, but we were able to get back out without dying. And the time it takes for them to repair isn't that bad. Spotting more Russians down in the valley. And he's not moving his equipment here, so I'm just going to drop some artillery on him. We do have some 172 millimeter guns we'll bring in. Finally starting to get some counter battery on the 76.2, but he's still up. In Phase B, I also have these Flakkampftruppen, which have Panzerschrecks. So you get 2 submachine guns, 5 K98s, a machine gun, and a Panzerschreck for 20 points. And so right here, if he brings any of this armor up, as long as he doesn't have the infantry first, I should be able to take him out. So the 16's 10 still. And my Zis 3's able to get his arms, rifles, bar teams down. Flamethrower moving in. I've got 1 machine gun down here, so we can hit this area if he pops out the swamp. The other one's right there. There's nothing for us to take other than this farm. Engineers firing at us with 2 M1 Garands. And here comes the tank. We'll see if we can take him down just out of range. So they get pushed off, and he flips it back. They've got just these Brennies everywhere, though. So as soon as he gets in close enough, we'll be able to hit him from the side. Because he can't face in every direction. And in case he's not going to move forward, I also put Artie on him. But Firefly's in position, though. He's spotting him. And he's on Hill Prussian, so we're able to destroy him. We're at 15-11. And we've captured this intersection, which is, like I said, hard. Definitely got infantry in there. Tiger firing at the Commander M4 Sherman. And bringing in a munitions truck to resupply these guys, and then another Panzerschreck team. M8 Scott being very aggressive. Gets a fire on him from the Bren and the Firefly, and is destroyed. I brought in platoon of Stug 3 F8s for AT duty because he was bringing in quite a bit of armor up here. Looks like he's trying to hit the mobile wagon. I'm moving the 17-pounder up as well. And just a little bit of a lull in the action. We have taken the entire hill, though, except for this tiny, tiny corner. Holding on in the town. I think a lot of this damage is probably artillery. Off the flag up here, but we're still at 16-10. And we'll get this flag back. So there's a sniper team over here who keeps suppressing us. I think I'm just out of range of this IS-2. So I'm going to pull him back because he was firing at the Shrefniki, which is not what I need my AT guys to do. We were in such a good position, I also ended up bringing in a commander to just give these guys additional veterancy. That's not a good situation. But look how much he's bottled up over here. Ooh, we just got the town. Excuse me, the farm over here. And so now we're going to take out this team with our artillery because he can see everything that's happening. And we're in Phase C. It's an 18-8, 6 minutes to go. Still firmly holding on to the hilltop here, and we're starting to push them out of the town. Looks like they're making a push over here on the right flank, though. Coming in very aggressive with his trucks. It gets most of them out. Did lose one. So our recon team ended up spotting a para team out here. And he's out in the open, so gonna get him pinned quite fast with our MG42 and the artillery. Now we've got the M4 105 spotting my Jaeger team out here. I'm gonna try to move these Stug 3s up to take him down. And the Tempest manages to take out the recon team. Very close to dying. Now we've got an IL-2. Flak Panzer Bren's shipping away along with the drilling. Drilling's still in range. That's pretty good range. Can't believe he's still firing. We managed to take out an IL-2. Not easy. So we've got the flag back. 4 minutes to go. Be able to destroy this guy. Yep. 300 mil coming in, but the Bren E Flak Panzer able to get some fire and help take that down. IS-2 here causing problems. Going to redirect my artillery over there. Bring in a 172.5 now. We have quite a bit of breathing room here. You guys can tell he's... I don't think he's going to get lucky taking this hill back. MG42 ends up being spotted by the M8 taking fire. And these are open top guys, so redirecting some fire over there. Maybe we can take one out with the Arty. Big old off map coming in. Managed to take out the T-35. That was big. IS-2 is caught in rocket fire. The M8 and the Recon, the M8 Scott and M8 Recon are both killed. Now we've got an M4 in our sights. He gets a penetration on us. Got a bazooka team very close. Alright, one more shot and we can take him down, but he might be able to get us. And he does. And our Stug 3 F8 goes down to a bazooka round. Just out of view of our MG34 team. And pretty much everything else here. We're just on the edge. Field gun support from our Bren E, though. One more shot. Probably have full suppression on him. No. Dang. Well, now he's falling back. I'm going to move my MG34 up. I'm moving my 17-pounder to cover this road. We're moving up the 37 dual gun. We've got our 172.5 firing down here because he's got men down here. Can't see him, but we know he does. Almost pushed him all the way out of the town. Hilltop. Might be able to get that back. Ah, the Brenny works again to take down another piece of enemy armor. MG-15s and 47mm guns just firing away. Take out another unit here, and unfortunately, this guy had retreated out in the open, and he just took a bunch of casualties. Like a company of men coming in out there. And just massive amounts of anti-aircraft fire over here. Unfortunately, he takes down a recon plane. We can call in a second one. 19-7, 26 seconds, so as long as we hold on to these two flags. 18-8. They flipped us back here. Looks like maybe it was a little bit of napalm action. He's trying to get rounds down right here on his staging area. 3 seconds. And that was a pretty quick 10 versus 10. Let's take a look and see how we did. Take a look at team stats, best players with new Division 2. We did almost 1,200 to 300, so I'd say they did quite well. That 17-pounder just absolutely crushed it, getting along the road. And then check out the Bren E. Not bad for a little 15-point guy. We even got that M4 with the 65-point artillery and the M17. Firefly got one. Got quite a few one-offs. We took down a plane. Our Stug 3 65-point AT guys took out a few, and Flak Panzer Bren E took out an arms bar. Take a look at our losses. That just those guys peeking over the hill really are. That was at the beginning, firing shots into the forest, and then this guy was peeking over the hill. Same with this one. He's the guy who fired off the bazooka. So, really happy with the way it went on the new deck build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.